So welcome back to DC's Silver Age Storytime, and today's story comes from Superboy number 87, published in March 1961, with story by Robert Bernstein and art by George Papp. Ever since Lana Lang moved to Smallville, her one obsession has been to discover whether Clark Kent and Superboy were one and the same person. Therefore, uh, many were the traps she sprang on Superboy to trick him into revealing his secret identity. And many times the Boy of Steel has been at his wits' end to find ways to prove her suspicions false. Then one day, by accident, Lana gets a rare opportunity to expose Clark as Superboy. How well she succeeds takes us back to the time when Lana Lang first suspected Clark Kent. Please do me a favor, Clark, and carry the empty valise downstairs. It's a good thing I first examined the suitcase with my X-ray vision. It's loaded with bricks. It's just another one of Lana's traps trying to trick me into revealing I'm Superboy. It's too heavy, Lana. You need Superboy for a job like that. So we open at a party, and they're playing Pin the Crest on Superboy. Come on, Lana, now's your turn to play Clark's clever version of the donkey game. Pin the emblem, on Superboy. Okay, only please don't spin me around too fast. I get dizzy. Out of my way, everybody. I'm pinning the emblem right on Superboy's chest. Ha ha! That's what she thinks. She's way off target. That's Pa Kent. Good gracious, Pa. Look where Lana is going. Oh my gosh. She's about to pin the emblem to the part of the wall where Clark concealed a spring controlling a sliding door. If that spring is pushed, a secret panel will automatically open, revealing the hiding place of Clark's robots. Then everybody will discover Clark's vital secret, that he is Superboy's other identity. Lana always suspected you of being Superboy. Now her suspicions will be confirmed, son, unless you do something fast. It would be Lana Lang who'd expose my Superboy identity. Ever since I've known Lana, there's been a duel of wits between us. She's always trying to trap me into revealing I'm Superboy. I constantly counteracting to make her think her suspicions are false. Now, by an ironic twist of fate, she's at the brink of achieving her goal in a second. She'll push the hidden spring that'll reveal the robots only Superboy could have made. Yet it was always this way. I recall the first time I met Lana, soon after she moved to Smallville one afternoon, as I helped Dad at the store. Oh, Dad, that book which blind Dr. Muir ordered, a copy of Moby Dick in Braille, just arrived from the publisher. Shall I phone Dr. Muir to pick it up? Dr. Muir hasn't any phone, Clark. Poor chap. He was blinded in an auto accident. After that, he retired to a lonely shack on Eagles Peak and seldom comes into town. He lives like a hermit because he's afraid people may pity him. Then I'll deliver the book to him. So he uses his X-ray vision and spots these movers who are helping the Langs, and they drop a box with an antique statue in it. Why weren't you men more careful in unloading those fragile objects? The most prized item in the ancient Hindu art collection is gone forever. So Clark heads over there as Superboy and offers to fix it. There's a picture of the original statue on this crate. Fetch me some glue that doesn't leave cracks. Meanwhile, I'll study this photograph. And so he fixes the statue at super speed. It's remarkable, Superboy. Superboy, a funny thought just struck me. If you wore glasses, you'd look exactly like a classmate of mine, Clark Kent. You mean that shy, timid lad I met at Kent's general store where he bought something for the house after moving in? Don't be silly. Lana, there's no comparison between the two boys. Maybe you're right, Dad. It was just a thought. But now she's about to open his secret robot closet. So he recalls another situation where the nurse called him down and said that he has no dental records. So she made an appointment to go see Dr. Horton. Yes, Miss Zale. Having no dental records is suspicious because every normal boy gets some tooth decay. I'd better develop some trouble by Saturday. So Lana's thinking, Clark doesn't know I'll be at the dentist office then. Dr. Horton is my uncle, and I'm helping him while the nurse is away. When the school nurse phoned that Clark was coming, I alone guessed why he had no dental record. Superboy can't have tooth decay, so his secret identity as Clark will be exposed by his perfect teeth. So she tells her uncle what her suspicion is, and Clark shows up. I'm so lucky I had this appointment with you, Dr. Horton. I have a terrible toothache. Oh, the pain's driving me wild. Am I hearing things? How can Superboy suffer pain? So Dr. Horton says the tooth looks fine, but he thinks maybe there's an abscess underneath, and says he's going to give him Novocaine, but Clark says, no, you must give me gas, only gas. I'll be afraid if you extract it any other way. I can't stand any pain. Okay, so he puts Clark under, but of course the gas has no effect on him because he's Superboy. And then he, at super speed, opens his eye and punctures the gas tank, which causes Dr. Horton and Lana to fall asleep temporarily. Now I'll put this false tooth, which I made at home, in Dr. Horton's forceps. When he comes to, he'll think he yanked my tooth because I stained it with red ink. And it does work. And Clark rushes off. He says, hey, come back. I didn't pack your gums. I had enough. Just send my dad the bill. So not suspicious at all. Next year, when I perfect my robot building technique, I'll make a Clark Kent robot with a missing tooth. Jeez. So none will be the wiser, but at least now I have a dental record that looks normal. And so we're back in the current time. And he mentions that he also has no vaccination certificate. I'm sure Lana thinks I'm in a real jam now. If I don't bring in a certificate, I'll be vaccinated in school because an epidemic is threatening Smallville. If Clark doesn't show up with a certificate, I'll know he's Superboy. So he decides that he's going to go to the blind doctor and have him administer the vaccine, which of course he can't. So he shows up and the doctor immediately starts shooting at Dr. Muir. Your bullets don't hurt me, Dr. Muir, because I'm Superboy. I came here because I need your help to preserve my secret identity. How do I know you're Superboy? If bullets bounce off you, you might be wearing a bulletproof vest. So he flies Dr. Muir up, but Dr. Muir is still unconvinced. I don't care. It might be a trick. You may be using a fan and sound effects and somehow lifting me off my feet. Then Superboy says, I see a quarter, a dime, 5 pennies, and, yes, a Canadian penny. That proves nothing. You could have sneaked into my cabin last night and counted my change. You still might be an imposter who wants my help for some crooked purpose. Dr. Muir's insane. So Dr. Muir says no matter what, he cannot see anything, including the light of the sun. So Superboy goes out and gets a couple of boulders and strikes them together at super speed, creating a super spark 10 times more brilliant than the sun. Yes, now I do see a glimmer of light. You must be Superboy. Nobody without the power of creating some super force could have done this. So he writes out the sheet for the vaccination, but he feels a little guilty. So Superboy gives him the needle to administer the actual vaccination, and of course it breaks. I did vaccinate you at best I could. Right, now I'll paint a small scar on my arm so that it looks like a vaccination mark. And he does show up with his certificate, and Lana is disappointed again. She's still getting closer and closer to pressing the button and revealing Superboy's secret. So we go to another incident where Clark is out pretending to be scared to ski, and Lana's not convinced. Stop putting on an act. You fooled me many times before. If you're really Clark Kent, prove it once and for all by letting me see you at the same time as I see Superboy. So in his mind, he's thinking, well, I don't have my robots perfected. When suddenly there's Superboy. Look, Clark, there's Superboy standing at the edge of that precipice, and he's talking. Hi, kids, I hope you're all enjoying your winter outing. And then he takes off skiing, and we get a flashback of what Clark did at super speed while Lana was gone. I had built a Superboy snowman and clothed it in my Superboy costume. I made it talk by projecting my voice with super ventriloquism. Hi, kids. When nobody was looking, I tossed a barrage of snowballs 50 at a time at the snowman. Thus, when the snowballs hit, it created the illusion that Superboy flew off amidst a snow flurry. Later, I retrieved my costume. That all seems highly unlikely. Yes, it only takes an instant for these memories to flash through my mind, during which time Lana has pinned the emblem right on target. It's too late, son. Lana's pushing the hidden spring. Now the secret panel will slide back and everybody will see the robots. However, gosh, I was way off the mark, wasn't I? That's what she thinks. Martha, I'll be hornswoggled. Lana pushed the spring, but the door didn't slide open. It must have jammed. What a lucky break for our son. It wasn't luck that prevented that door. This is after the party's over. Here come the robots now, sliding open the door themselves. Did we do all right, Master? We hope we protected your secret. As Ma and Pa Kent listened in amazement. You robots did fine. You see, Dad, before Lana touched the hidden spring, I used my X-ray vision to activate the robots. They realized my danger and prevented the door from opening by holding it tight. So Lana can go right on suspecting and learn nothing, I hope. I thought this story was mediocre. It was not bad, but it was just okay.